Too dark.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
How was clinical? You had that today?
Yeah, I did. I'm so tired.
Oh my god.
It was the last day. It was the last day today
Oh,
because 7 to 7. So
Wow.
you choose whether you want to knock off at 4 o'clock, but you have to be at the clinical 7 to 4 p.m. or 7 to 7.
oh,
Oh my gosh.
Then if it's 7 to 7, you don't go on Friday.
Oh, okay. So you're off tomorrow then?
Yes, I'm off tomorrow.
awesome. What do you
Wow.
guys do in clinical?
Pardon?
What do you guys get to do in clinical?
We do everything. We administer patients, we admit patients, and now we are in the labor ward, so we are doing deliveries.
Wow.
So a person has to deliver 15 babies each, and then witness 5 deliveries.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Like you're actually like
Yeah.
delivering them?
Yes, like actually, yes, we do that.
That's really cool. Like we got to watch one birth and then we got to watch one cesarean section. That was cool, but
That's
Yeah,
wow.
we also do that as well. You witness 5, and then you witness 5 normal deliveries, and then 5 Caesar, and then you start.
Wow.
Because end of September we have to submit our midwifery registers, whereby we are done with 15. We are done with delivering 15 people.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I'm so tired. Like
I
I'm
know,
so
I
tired.
bet.
And after this, I'm gonna prepare for because I'm writing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna roughly my notes and then study, prepare for Monday's test.
That is such a long day.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, no time for sleep.
No. Wow. You have time tomorrow
Yeah.
now to study, right? Do you have time
Yes,
tomorrow? Yeah.
I'm gonna tomorrow the whole day. Saturday, I'm gonna play and prepare for the second test.
Yep. Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I can't hear you that very well.
A little bit.
I
Echo.
can't hear you as well.
Yeah, it might be the echo, possibly.
Maybe there's a chat section.
There is in the bottom.
If we can't get any like audio, can you use the chat section of this Zoom thing? I don't know if it's available.
Here, let me try it.
I'll type that.
Okay, let's wait for Vanessa.
Okay. I can see yours, Rachel.
Where is it? Let me check. Where is it?
Maybe the bottom.
Sure.
Can you see mine?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can you tell?
Does
How is
it
the
pop
audio
up?
on your side?
What's that?
We can't hear you that
I
very.
can't hear you.
Shoot.
Can you hear her, guys?
You can hear us?
See. Oh.
That was loud. Okay. Maybe we can use the chat then. No.
Is it going to work? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we're going to be slow.
Let's see.
I don't know. Try.
It's a little better.
Could
Say
you,
something else.
oh, when you have it close to your mouth, it works way better.
Okay. So,
Okay.
hello everyone.
Hey. Hi.
I guess we'll get started with this video then. We're just gonna talk about our crises, and then we're gonna talk to each other about it, and then pick a topic based on whatever's gonna be best to research. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Okay. All right, so. Oh, where did you go?
Going to start first.
Do you want to go?
No, you can.
Okay, I'll go
Gonna
first.
be the last.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
disclaimer before, if you guys don't feel comfortable, saying anything, or, if it gets a little too uncomfortable, you guys don't have to talk too much.
Okay, no problem. All right.
All right. So, can you hear us? You don't hear us? Let's see. How do we fix this? Is anyone technologically advanced?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can now.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. That's great.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're just going to go through and talk about our own personal crises with each other. And then at the end, we'll pick a
Okay.
topic to research.
Okay.
So I was going to start off and talk about mine, and then we'll just pop in with whoever wants to go next. So my crises was that my grandpa passed away when I was 5 years old. He died of a heart attack at 64, which is kind of young. And then it was just a big deal with getting my parents involved because I'm the oldest of 4 children, so they had to deal with 3 really young kids at the time, and then dealing with funeral preparations and everything, and then kind of growing up without a grandfather and getting used to dealing with that, and I don't know, kind of thinking about how it would have been if I had him growing up. And then also with my dad, because he lost his father very young. So what he didn't really get to see his dad experience different things. So a brief description of like how it happened was he just had some heart problems for a couple years prior. And then he had a heart attack at home, and the ambulance didn't show up in time. So yeah, he didn't make it. And that's the story. What's that?
How did your parents feel about it?
That's a good question. So I was 5 at the time, so they really just kind of talked about like, oh, grandpa's in heaven now because we're religious. And so we went to the funeral and we got to say goodbye, where we have the casket out and everyone gets to come pay their respects and stuff. So they really just explained it to us that he was in heaven and and yeah, that's kind of how they dealt with it, with their kids anyways. So, what's that?
we all good?
Yes, I'm good. Did you hear?
I think our reception is very bad.
Our connection's bad. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it keeps cutting out a little bit. Did you hear what I said?
I didn't hear you.
I'm so
The
sorry
end
I
part of
didn't.
Because I was asking wait for all of the questions. Going to wait for the person to finish, then we can ask questions after.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So what did you hear of the story I told?
I heard everything you would, and I wanted to ask, and then that's otherwise.
You heard most of everything?
Yeah.
Okay. So she had just asked. Alarm going off? Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it went away. So brief summary. I'm sorry, I keep hearing like a fire alarm. Does anyone hear that?
I think it's the connection coming through, but it's also playing back, and so it's
Yeah.
Okay. So Hunter had asked about how my parents dealt with telling their children about their grandfather's death because we were really young. And I just said that they told me that he had gone to heaven and that we would see him again and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Anyone else want to go next?
I said the last one.
what was that?
The last one.
She'll go last. So Hunter, you go.
Okay.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm. We can.
It's so loud. Okay.
Sorry, don't mean to
I
laugh.
think you should move to a better place.
Okay, better place to live.
No, can I move?
I don't know what's happening.
I'm trying to move it.
Let's see. We could try all moving to a different spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So loud.
Let's try.
How is it now? Fine. Should be fine.
Is that better?
Like,
Hunter, I can't hear.
I think that's what's kind of making it.
I think we're okay. Everyone good?
Okay.
We hear each other?
Yeah.
Everyone good?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay. So, Hunter, if you want to talk about your crisis,
Yeah.
or
Bike. While I was away.
hold on a second. I can't hear you. 1 second.
Me either.
Okay. Wait a minute and then start again.
Here.
Just give it like 30 seconds of time to air out or something.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my crisis was when I went to basic training. And with that, in the National Guard, I go for a couple months long to train to be a soldier and how to train for my specific job. And during that time, we got our phone calls from our families, and my phone call that I got was that my friend unfortunately passed away, and it was due to suicide. And that to me was pretty big, a very close family friend. And it was hard for me also because at basic, you can't really cry or express what you're feeling. And it took a long time for me to kind of recover from that stuff, and I didn't get a good funeral. However, there was a bench made in his memorial that has his name on it, and they took him from his favorite pond that was in his backyard. And so for me, in my healing process, I was able to, I can go and I can sit on the bench and kind of think about the good times that I've had with him. And yeah, so that's kind of my crisis, is the big thing with suicide.
Okay.
So during the crisis, were you talking to someone about how you felt, or?
I did. So after we hung up the phones, I was crying, and they basically told me to shape up, and we'll talk to them later, but they didn't know the whole situation that was going on. And I pulled them to the side and told them my situation, and they basically said that I needed to go throughout my day like nothing is wrong, and then at the end of the day, when I get to my bunk bed, I could talk to my friends that I had there about it and talk to them, but I couldn't discuss it during the day. That was difficult.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like
So I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, my crisis is that my brother, my younger brother, attempted to kill himself. It was during in our side, the matrix, the grade 12, they write their final exams this year, and then their results will come out the following year. So the result came out, and he failed. He didn't make it. So at that time he wasn't doing well. So this side, if you fail your grade 12, you in the community you are seen as a failure, someone who's not capable of doing anything. So he was not in a good state at that time, and we did see some signs of depression, but then we tried, to console him, comfort him, and everything. So this Sunday, we were supposed to go to church, and he was like, he's not feeling well, so he's not gonna go today. So we went to church as usual, and when we came back, he was lying on the floor, and when we tried to check the pulse, it was weak, and we could smell paraffin coming from him. So we called an ambulance. He was rushed to the hospital, and he was admitted to the ICU immediately. And all we had to do was to wait and hope that he will be okay. And during that time, the family was not in a good state. So there were a lot of fights in the family, but then yeah, he's fine now, and he's repeating his grade 12. Yeah, that's very.
Wow. Who did you talk to most through that? Or who
It
helped?
was actually my parents and my friends. Yeah, my friends were there for me, and it's only them. I did not go for any professional help or anything.
It's hard.
It's okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I guess I'm the last one. Okay, so mine is that I lost my grandmother back in 2018 June. I didn't know that she was sick because I was very far away from home, from my town. So I just received a call from my mom saying that my grandmother passed away this morning. And I was like, how? When? Because I'm not aware. Like during the period of her sickness, I was not told. Apparently, it lasted for a month and I was not told. And it was during the exam time. So my mom said she didn't want to stress me out because me and my grandmother are like besties. So it's very sad. This topic is very sentimental to me. So, and then I was like, no ways. I just came back. I was home like last month and my grandmother was fine. And then I was like very in shock. So I couldn't believe it. Seriously, I couldn't even believe it. But I was fine. Didn't cry during the funeral because I was like, no, somebody's gonna tell me your grandmother is in her room. She is fine. So I was in disbelief to an extent that when the whole process was over, so I was back to school again. I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't even think straight. I was just my mental status was very disturbed because I was like, no ways. Like seriously, my grandmother passed away. It was her funeral this Sunday. Like no ways. So I started telling my mom that, Mom, I am not really good. I feel like I'm losing my mind because I'm not believing like seriously my grandmother is no more. Like when? And then my mom was stressing out and then she was like, the reason why we didn't want to tell you because we know that you love your grandmother very much and the minute you hear that something is wrong with her, obviously you were going to come back. And mind you, it's your exams. So we didn't want you to miss your exams. So we were in this side looking for her. So apparently, she suffered from a heart failure and diabetes, and also had a kidney failure. So I was like, oh my goodness, I started these things. The, like, there's no way she can just die just like that. Even now, like when I think about it, I'm just like my grandmother, like. But then I managed to get professional help. I was going classes for like when you when there's a person like therapy, you know, yeah. So I was talking, yeah. So and also my friends were there. My mom sometimes will come beside and just be with me, because whenever she was around, I would feel like okay, I am fine, I am better. At least now, like I was also having the fear that like I wanted everyone to instantly come visit me so that I am sure like everyone is okay, because like the passing of my grandmom was just a shock. I didn't expect it. So I was like, I want you guys like every week to come this side and visit me so that I am sure that everyone is okay, you know. So it was just so like it was just a difficult time. Even now, like it was just a difficult time. And when I go back home, I go to her room all the time. It's just I think I have not healed completely because I still think about her every day. And when I'm home, sometimes I just go to her room and cry. So it was really bad, even now. But and now I can handle things. I'm better than before. So yeah, that
Oh,
was
I'm
my
sorry.
past. No, I'm fine.
Wow.
So are you still taking your therapy classes?
Yes, I still do, especially
Mm.
when I can't cope at school. I go because I know if I can't cope at school, obviously it has to do with my family. So I think about them, and then everything gets mixed up, and then I know like every time, if at least once a month I need to go and see therapy. So yeah, that's how I cope lately.
Good. Is it always available to you? Because sometimes we have like wait lists here.
Like it's always available. I make appointments and they're gonna come on this date. Yeah, and then I go.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
it's better available all the time.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
myself as well. While I was at my mom was struggling to tell me that, my best friend had died because I want you to focus on what you're doing now to distract from everything. So I can get that when your mom was having trouble because of your exams, of telling how your grandma.
Pardon?
Did you not hear me?
The end.
I did. The grandma part didn't hear it.
Oh, the end part.
Eh,
Oh,
Yeah.
just that I can connect with you that and how your mom and my mom didn't want to tell us because they wanted.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That was a lot.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
So, we have kind of a common theme with two of them of suicide. So I don't know.
Yeah,
And then death along with it.
Yeah. Is that something you guys want to focus on for our research project?
which one?
Suicide or like a grandparent death, or what's your guys' opinion?
I think suicide on my side because
I think
we
so
can
too.
we can come up with different perspective as to why people commit suicide. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think very broad, so person can have a certain thing to research about.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have 4 kind of things we can look up if we want to like each take one of
Okay.
these. Um,
Okay.
so there's one here that's like prevalence rates. So if one of us 4 wants to look up prevalence rates between both, I don't know if we want to go by country or region. What seems easier?
I
For
think by country.
Country. So South Africa versus the US. I think that's better.
I think so.
Okay. So does anyone want to do prevalence rates and then compare the two?
I can.
Hunter? Okay. The other ones are cultural beliefs and the healthcare system. Then there's the resources available. And then there's the role of the nurse. So there's 3 other ones. Does any of those interest you?
You can take the role of
Okay. And then do you want to do resources or cultural beliefs?
Cultural beliefs.
Okay. So I'll do resources. And then on our meeting on Monday, we can discuss what we found with each other and then go over all the data and stuff that we found,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really interesting to see the differences between the two countries and how they deal with suicide and in the healthcare as well.
Yeah. So let's see. I think that's everything we have to figure out for now. And then I'll send out that, or you guys have it, right? The modules with the instructions for part 5.
Yes, we do have.
So
We do have it.
we'll just compare then on Monday the data that we each find, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
Can't we also add
Sorry, something just,
can you also add
we're good. Okay.
I'm asking, can't you also add maybe how do you see someone who is maybe having suicidal thoughts or something like that along those lines? Or
How
is
to
it
treat like a depression and suicidal?
yeah, but it's maybe or else it's something else with outside from the topic that is chosen.
So how to help them?
Maybe something like that.
Okay, so we can all research that part and bring that on Monday too.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Any other questions
Okay.
before we end this meeting?
I don't have any.
Okay.
You wanted to say something? I saw your hands were like.
Oh, yeah. I hate interrupting because I know the connection is very weird. But I was just saying, if you guys have any questions, like if I have a question about your guys' culture, or if you guys have a question about ours, you can always do it on
WhatsApp.
the WhatsApp. And so we can just get direct before having to come in on Monday if you're confused about something.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing all that with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's also therapeutic is talk about it. Help to like talk about things.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it, and we'll talk again on Monday.
Yes,
Okay.
Monday it is.
All right. Good luck with your exams. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.